Hello again, Kingston Town Administrator Keith Hickey with this latest edition of This Week in Kingston for the week ending March 28th, 2025. Hope everybody's doing well. As we get closer to winding up our town meeting warrant and the ballot for, excuse me, for elections. If anybody was interested in running for office, unfortunately, the nomination papers had to be picked up by now. So we have some contested races. We have some races that aren't contested, and unfortunately, we have races that have no candidates whatsoever, such as the Board of Assessors has an opening, and nobody has pulled papers to fill that opening. So unfortunately, we're going to have to try to solicit somebody for a year and have the Board of Selectmen appoint them. Same thing with a couple of other boards as well. If you want to get some information on who's running for office, you can check our website, and all that information is up there. Again, the elections themselves are scheduled for Saturday, May 17th at the Kingston Elementary School cafeteria from 8 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock at night. So if you can take some time and go vote on the individuals who are running for office, it would be very much appreciated. In addition, we also are working to finish up our town meeting warrant. Town meeting is going to be held on Saturday, April 26th, at 9 o'clock in the morning at the Intermediate School Auditorium. Excuse me. We have right now 34 warrant articles on our warrant. The Board of Selectmen is having a special meeting on Tuesday night, April 1st, to discuss some additional warrant article issues to, I believe, get below the need to have a Proposition 2.5 override. So the board of making final decisions on additional staffing for the police department. We also have some additional modifications to warrant articles that I'd like the board to consider that would allow us to get underneath that Proposition 2.5 override. So it'll be close, certainly tight. The board, I think, has talked about the potential of starting to get together with the school committee and the finance committee and meet on a quarterly basis to talk about fiscal 27, unfortunately, to discuss and map out the best way to present a budget that is affordable. And if there is a tax Proposition 2.5 override proposal, that it's as small as it possibly can be. We're certainly sensitive to the fact that other communities are proposing 2.5 overrides, whether it be this year or in previous years. Obviously, recently, the town of Duxbury last Saturday voted down their Proposition 2.5 override. I believe that was at $5.8 million. Which means some real challenging times for the schools and the towns over there with reductions in staff and services. So trying to avoid that if we can in Kingston, and we'll try to continue to work towards that. Not needing an override in the future, but with a lack of water and a lack of new revenues, it's going to be very, very difficult to do. So we'll have to work well as a group. All of the town boards and commissions, all the employees have to work together as best we can to try to address the needs and keep costs as little as possible, and try to get some water in this community so we can start seeing expanded growth again, especially on the commercial side of things. So that's been the lion's share of what's been going on in town. The board had a fairly short meeting this past Tuesday night. They have awarded one of three spots that somebody has the ability to oyster in that had been given up. So that the first person on the waiting list has been awarded that. We talked a bit about some permitting that was allowed. Change of use permitting and those types of things. So pretty quiet meeting overall. I expect next Tuesday's meeting, the 1st of April, to be obviously focused specifically on budgets, but it'll be a pretty challenging discussion, I think, between the board to try to make some policy decisions, make some decisions to get below that Proposition 2.5 override number. So again, if you're interested in that, I urge you to tune in or stop by and share your concerns. The Sewer Commission will be stopping by on the 1st as well to discuss their request to have all of the taxpayers pay a third of the cost of the new leaching field bond payment. So they're asking through a warrant article for about $138,000 to be funded by the taxpayers rather than just the sewer users. So that'll be a discussion. The board will have to make a decision. I expect it to be on the warrant, and the board will then decide on April 8th whether they support that request or not. Beyond that, keep in tune with what's happening. Obviously, the board meeting next Tuesday night will be televised live. If you can join in person or online, feel free to do that. And then we meet again on April 8th, where the board will vote to either support or not support all the different articles on the warrant. We'll get that finalized, posted, and get everybody geared up for annual town meeting on the 26th. So we've got about a month away for that. Hope everybody's trying to take the time to show up on the 26th. A challenging time, certainly, and we'll get through those as best we can. So with that, I want to thank everybody, very much for watching. Please feel free to reach out and ask questions if you have any. And with that, I hope everybody has a great weekend. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.